be talking about my top 5 favorite scenes from Thor Ragnarok, but before I start, I just want to thank everyone who subscribed, and I'm sorry I haven't uploaded recently, but I will definitely start uploading more from now on. And I want to give a spoiler warning for this video because I am going to be going over spoilers from Thor Ragnarok. At number 5 is the scene in Norway with Thor and Loki, that after they see Doctor Strange, they go to Norway to see Odin, and he dies with a couple last words to them. Then Hela shows up, breaks Thor's hammer, and then chases them through the Bifrost. And I really like how she knocked them out of the Bifrost, and that's how they landed on Sakaar. And I really like how that set up the movie, and that's why it's at number 5. At number 4 is the scene with Hulk and Thor that you saw in the trailers. It's where Hulk's wearing the beads around his neck, and this scene is really funny because Thor comes in, starts kicking stuff. Hulk tells him not to kick stuff. And then they start throwing stuff at each other. Thor calls him names like the stupid Avenger, and Hulk calls him the tiny Avenger, and he throws the shield into the wall. And I think this is a really good scene, not only because it's funny, but also because Thor and Hulk connect. Obviously, Hulk pouts and Thor comes over and apologizes, but they can actually talk to each other. Unlike Avengers, where usually Hulk is only Hulk when he has to smash stuff. And that's why I like this scene. That's why it's at number 4. At number 3 is the scene where Thor's fighting Hela, but it's at the end of the scene when he's having the visions of Odin, and Odin says, "Are you the god of hammers?" And he finally gets his lightning powers, or realizes he has them, and he starts taking on Hela's army. I thought that was a really cool scene, especially because he goes and fighting him, and then he can make 3 lightning bolts come down and just take out each person of the army. I thought it was a really good scene, and obviously it's a big power-up for Thor, and that's why it's at number 3. At number 2 is easily the fight between Thor and Surtur and his army and his dragon. I just think the scene was so good because not only the laughs in the beginning, but once he breaks out, he's like so confident, and he's able to take on the whole army. And he starts to fight Surtur. Surtur fires the flame from his sword at Thor, and he's able to spin his hammer and block it. And after he gets his crown, he fights the army a little more, and then he has to fight the dragon. This fight, the action was just really good, and I really like how it was made, how it went with him fighting the army and then back to Surtur, and that's why it's definitely at number 2. At number 1 is, you probably guessed it, the fight between Thor and Hulk in the battle arena. As much as I like the fight between Thor and Surtur and his army, nothing can beat Thor and Hulk in this fight, just because not only the unexpected twists that happened in the fight, how much they hid in the trailer, they fooled us by showing Thor just fighting normal. Then you go in the movie, and he's actually, when they collide, he actually has the lightning power then, and he actually dominates most of the fight, and Thor would have, I guess, not technically won, but he was winning the fight when the Grandmaster cheated him and made him, electrocuted him to make him go down. But just the fact that the weapons being thrown back and forth, throwback to Avengers, where Hulk gets thrown around, except it's Thor this time, and how Thor decides to turn the tables and hit him with the hammer, and everyone's reactions. This fight is easily the best, and that's why it easily deserves the number 1 spot. That's my top 5 favorite scenes. I know it's all opinion-based, and I know I probably left some out. I should have put in, like, Hela destroying Asgard's army. I know there's different scenes I probably missed, but there were so many good scenes in this movie. It was really hard to narrow them down to 5, but let me know what you guys think of my list, and thanks for watching.
We know each other. He's a friend from work. Oh, come on.